really ever have. And if I wear one of my older bathing suits on one day, I'm going to get this weird tan line whenever I switch to my deep V bathing suit, I'm going to have this weird tan line. So I wear the same bathing suit over and over again. But, I'm getting to know a lot of the boaters now. We've been here for a couple of years, and I know some of the people, and I just feel like, do they ever question, why is Wendy always in the same bathing suit? I don't know. I saw this really cool flag one that's set up pretty much like the one I have now, with the shoulder straps and the deep V showing off a little cleavage. I don't know. We're a little tight on money right now. I shouldn't be buying myself a bathing suit, but I've been wanting this American flag bathing suit forever because I've seen them in bikinis all over, but I've never seen them in tankinis. And I saw one on Facebook that was a tankini one, and I was like, oh, it's so cute. And even the bottoms were adorable, but I try not to buy bottoms anymore other than the ones I already have. I usually always get black bottoms, and I wear it with whatever suit I'm wearing because black goes with everything. And I buy my bottoms from Target. And it's just a regular full coverage bikini bottom. I even have one like little shorts, but if I'm wearing that with a tankini, it's like too much ruffling. And it makes me look a little heavier than I am. So I usually wear my regular bottoms with my tankini. So I wanted to know from you, do you have one bathing suit for the summer like me, or do you rotate several? And your answers show me that I am the weirdo and wear the same one all the time. Jim says I've had the same for 2 years. One to wear if the other is still wet. He's a boy. Not really the same thing. Kimmy says I have beach ones and pool ones. Matching cover-ups for each. She is serious about it. Gail says several and many needed cover-ups. I have 2 cover-ups. I got one from Ron John a couple years back, and it was way pricey. I remember looking at it. I kind of have a rule. If I see something I like and I decide it's too much money, and I don't get it, if I keep thinking about it, if I'm still thinking about it 3 days later, I usually go back and get it, which is what I did with this one. It's so cute, but a little hard to get on and off, which is annoying. Linda says she rotates. Lisa says I have like 12 because I have an addiction to buying cute ones. I know there are so many cute bathing suits. Mandy says I have 6, but usually rotate with my favorite 3. Yeah, I mean, actually, I probably have at least 6. I still have old bikinis in my drawer that I will not give up, and I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure I'm never going to wear a bikini again, unless I did just see a bathing suit online that had a really high bottom. And I remember when these first started coming back into fashion, Taylor Swift was rocking one of them, and we were all making fun of her, how ridiculous it looked. But now it's kind of cool because it would cover like my belly, but still leave my my stomach open, which I've always had a pretty good stomach. I have like a nice curve in for my stomach, so I could show that off a little bit. We'll see. I'm still working to get the last couple of weekends off my huge frame. I have to clear my throat. Excuse me, people. I've been trying to talk through it for the last 5 minutes, and it's not working, so I apologize. Karen says she rotates. Laurie says I get a new suit every year, so I always have 3 or 4 in rotation. Melissa says rotate. I have a few different ones. Marianne says I have many. Vanessa says I have one, the same one for years, and I don't have anywhere to wear it. Vanessa, go to the beach. Go to the beach. I don't know how far you live from the beach, but go. Kathy says she rotates. I have a favorite I wear in the backyard for hanging out in the backyard and kayaking. Jennifer says, I think I've become a bathing suit hoarder since moving to South Carolina. I have at least 5 and just 3 new ones in the past years. Bob, he puts his name as Robert Keys, which I probably shouldn't have said his last name, but Robert. But we always called him Bob. So when I see Robert, I go to call him Robert, and it's really Bob. Now, Rob, see, again, Bob says he has several because he can't be seen in the same one twice. He's so funny. I have known Bob since my Friendlies days, which was my early 20s. So I have known Bob a long time. We still get together, still have a big, huge group of friends that all work together at Friendlies. And we get together maybe once or twice every year or two. So I had responded back to him. I said, "You still crack me up, Bob." And he said, "Yeah, it's my specialty." And I love Bob. He's super funny. So that is the topic of the day. Apparently, I am the only loser that walks around in the same bathing suit all the time. I guess people are thinking, oh, that poor girl, literally poor girl who can't afford more than one bathing suit. I don't know. We'll see. I really want that American flag one. I love American flag gear. It's so awesome. My bike for my water bottle bike, my water bottle for my bike has the flag on it. My Kindle cover is a flag. I just love flag material. I have all these T-shirts that I bought for Joe that have flags on them, all different flags. And luckily he likes them too because he wears a lot of them, whether he wants to or not. Because I buy a lot of his T-shirts for him. So today's blog post, I wanted to talk about bad behaviors. This is Bad Behaviors Week. Today's topic is control. Let's see. I have an issue with my site that I use to put my blogs, and a lot of times on my iPad, the picture doesn't show up. So I'm gotta go somewhere else to look. And the quote that I had put up is, "Stop trying to calm the storm. Calm yourself. The storm will pass." Very true. Do you know someone who is controlling? Are you controlling? Because it can be annoying AF when you have to deal with it. So remember that when you are the one trying to control a situation. Dr. Phil says, I love my Dr. Phil almost as much as I love my Oprah. I don't like Dr. Phil as much anymore. I think he's gotten a little too preachy. But back in the day, he was the man. He says that people are controlling when they aren't secure in how they can handle things when they don't go the way they think they will. I get it. Makes total sense to me. You want to make sure everything goes the way you want it so you don't have to adjust when things don't. So you need to start trusting yourself. Trust that you can handle whatever comes your way. I have always been extremely controlling. Anybody who knows you will tell you that. I know that I'm controlling. It's not a secret. I'm not in denial about it. I am in control. I am controlling in every single aspect of my life. And that's why it's very good that I married someone who is very laid back. He lets me be the crazy one while he sits back and says, "Babe, what can I do to help?" And he doesn't even mind my controlling ways. Well, sometimes he does not appreciate my backseat driving. And I do that a lot. And I got to tell you, if I were him, I would have made me start driving a long time ago. But don't tell him I said that. I just want things the way I want them. Is that so wrong? Well, kind of. It depends on the situation. I'm lucky that my hubby doesn't mind that I take care of all the decorating, because I would not be okay with having manly stuff in my house. Luckily, he doesn't care. The first time I realized that Joe did not care how I decorated was when we were registering for our wedding, walking around Bed Bath & Beyond, and I see this shower curtain, and I just fell in love. It had high heels on it. It had little puffs of cotton all over it. It had little gem butterflies that were pinned to it. It had pictures of powder puffs, and oh my gosh, it was so adorable. And I just was like, why couldn't I have found this when I was single? Why did I find this now when I have to share the bathroom with a man? And his response was, if you want it, get it. Everyone knows the bathroom is the woman's domain. I was like, seriously? You wouldn't mind using this shower curtain in the bathroom? Like, I don't care. I did pick the right husband. So awesome. So then I got the whole set. I have everything. I have the trash can. I have the toothbrush holder. I have the lotion. I have it all. I don't use it anymore. I do still use the trash can, but we have moved on to a more beach-themed shower bathroom area. So, but I do still have it. It's so cute. Love, love, love it. But it's really old now at this point. Well, it's not, super old. I mean, we got married 7 years ago, so it was at least, it was 8 years ago. It was still making the rounds. So anyway, back from my rant. I was very excited that he didn't mind that I was the one to do most of the decorating. I worked with a woman once who literally had a meltdown because she didn't like her husband's choice for a shower curtain in the bathroom. Now, she agreed to let him decorate it. I think that they had 2 bathrooms, and she said, I'll decorate this bathroom and you can decorate that bathroom. Well, that was your first mistake. But seriously, think about what is really important to you before you agree to give up control. You can't control everything, so pick your poison. She was seriously in a meltdown over this shower curtain. She's like, I can't believe it. And it's like the guest bathroom, too. Everybody's going to come in and see this horrific shower curtain. Never should have agreed to that. I have probably been the worst when it comes to work. With my last job, I really did want to make all the decisions because I thought I knew what I was doing. I had a lot more experience. I felt like I came up with really good topics and news stories to focus on. But I should have been more inclusive of other ideas. My work is really important to me, so I just wanted things to be right, good, great, etc. I knew I was being controlling and taking over. I should have been more open, but it was a little bit of a difficult situation. So, do you have to be in charge of the plans for maybe your girls' night out? The great thing is if you let someone else do it, you may end up finding something new that you love, be it a restaurant, activity, a drink. Give other people a chance to indulge their wants and desires. Every once in a while, if it's your turn to pick, then pick. But at a recent gathering, I had wanted to play one of my favorite board games. I mentioned it to the group. Nobody really seemed interested. Now, in the past, I'd be like, come on, you got to play this game. It's so much fun. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it. And I may have been right. They may have loved it. But we ended up playing a game I had never heard of before. It was so much fun. We laughed all night long, and it even helped us get to know each other better. So be open to other people's ideas. I'm not going to talk about the kid situation. I don't have any, but I imagine sometimes it's got to be just easier to give in to certain things. Again, pick your battles, so to speak. What's really important to you to kind of bring the hammer down on, and what can you just let go? When it comes to the house, I always want everything to be perfect. I want to impress people with my home. I want them to think it looks nice on the outside, on the inside, to appreciate the way it's decorated. Oh, and of course, it has to be spotless, which is exhausting. I'm actually getting a little more lax with that. I'm sure people are not pulling out their white gloves when they come to see me. Just saw another typo on my blog. Oh, Jesus. And when they come to see me. But the thing with cleaning, and this is what always annoyed me, nobody actually notices when you clean. But they do notice when you don't. So it's like you're constantly working and you get no positive feedback. But if you don't do the work, you get tons of negative feedback. So I have let myself off the hook a little bit when I have a friend or two come over. I kind of am good with keeping everything in its place in certain areas. In the kitchen, I make sure everything's in its place. In the bedroom, I make sure everything's in its place. The kitchen table, sometimes I just get into a habit of throwing the mail on it and it kind of starts to pile up a little bit. And then I have to do like a once in a while, get rid of all the stuff on the kitchen table. I used to be really good with my coffee table. Everything was in its place on the coffee table until I started doing this. Now I have notebooks everywhere. I have books everywhere because I'm constantly sitting on the couch doing work. My laptop is there. So that's getting kind of messy too. But I don't mind that so much if somebody pops in where I used to be like, oh my God, my house is such a mess. But I'm getting a little more lax about it because, it's not that bad. Now, I still go nuts and clean like a maniac when we have a party or overnight guests. But again, pick your battles. Try not to make yourself crazy. Remind yourself that you can't control everything, no matter how hard you try. And if things don't go as planned, be confident in the fact that you can handle anything that comes your way. Trust yourself. You are a badass. This I know for sure. It is Hemp Day. It's Hemp Day. It is Hump Day. I want you to have a great day. We are halfway to the weekend. And please, as always, make it your best day yet.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.